we are going to drive out colonialists and build this country better than they ever did. The father looked at him, sighed, and said, I'm old, and I'm going to meet our ancestors. When I arrive, they will ask me how the Gold Coast is doing. I'll tell them honestly that my generation did not do much for the Gold Coast. But I'll also tell them that when I was leaving, the land was fighting for independence. I'll tell them that I believe in you and the youth, so they should pray and wait patiently. Maybe one day, when you arrive, you'll bring the good news of a prosperous Ghana. Some months later, the old man died. Independence was won. Many years rolled on, and the young man too grew old. Now in his 80s, with eyes heavy with regret, he called his daughter, a leading figure in the political party, and said, during the independence struggle, my father asked me if I truly believed in our capacity to govern ourselves. I said yes. I believed with all my heart that independence was the key to prosperity. But today, I am ashamed. We have failed to build upon even what the colonialists left. We are poorer, still building open drains and sending powerful delegations to inaugurate public toilets. Nations that began this journey with us, like Malaysia and Singapore, have left us far behind. Now I'm old, and soon I'll go and meet our ancestors. And I must confess to your grandfather that he was right. The black man has not managed his own affairs well, despite the wealth of our resources and the brilliance of our people. But I will also assure them that all is not lost. When I was leaving, the youth was rising, forming movements like Democracy Hub and Fix the Country. I believe in them just as he believed in me, and I'm hopeful that when you, my son, join our ancestors and I one day, you will bring the good news that Ghana has risen from hopelessness to prosperity. Some months later, he too died. Ladies and gentlemen, the old man in the story represents our forefathers who doubted but still hope. The son and daughter in the story represent us. Today, we happen to be the children our ancestors are waiting for. The question before us is simple but urgent. Are we also going to shift the responsibility to our children? Are we going to tell ancestors to wait because when we are leaving our children, we're doing it? Or shall we rise, work, and sacrifice so that when our own time comes, we can go with joy and tell them that though Ghana did not become Las Vegas, Dubai, or Beijing in our time, we did not sit idle. We built, we fought corruption, we restored dignity, and we planted the seeds of prosperity. Your Excellencies, I've invited you here today because I know you love Ghana. I know that each one of you is working hard so that one day we can give our ancestors the good news that they have been waiting for. A story of a Ghana that rose against all odds, stood tall, reclaimed her destiny, and developed in real time. This is why I'm inviting you to Gomoa. I could walk this journey alone, but this movement is far bigger than self-gratification. This is about all of us uniting with a blueprint in hand, bound by clear timelines, determined to build a prosperous Ghana. History teaches us that no generation lived to see the full rise of England, America, or France. Their development spanned many centuries, but we are blessed to see in our lifetime how China, a nation once left on the sidelines, has risen to the world skylines, and in the UAE, how barren lands have been turned into beautiful gardens and deserts into shining cities. They did not have to reinvent the wheel, neither do we. The templates are right before us, shining like a torch to guide our paths. So I ask you, what is stopping us? We have a great leader, His Excellency John Mahama, whose vision of a 24-hour economy has ignited this movement. A leader who has given us direction at every turn. A leader who has personally charged his appointees to work with us as we shape a 24-hour industrial city. And so I say with unshakable conviction that there is no doubt in my heart, no doubt in my mind, we are going for gold. Ghana's time is now, and together we will rise. When Osajofo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah looked across Gomoa some 60 years ago, he did not see villages and farmlands. He saw potential. He saw in Gomoa the fertile ground upon which to plant Ghana's seeds of industrial and educational revolution. And he acted. At Pomaze, he built the great Pomaze poultry farm which produced eggs and meat for our people and beyond. At Gomoa Kwanta, he built the feed mill which produced feed for the poultry farm and also supported poultry and livestock farming. Again, in Pomaze, he established a hatchery to produce day-old chicks for poultry farming instead of importing them. Around Gomoa Biwaze, he established the seed company, a center to research, grow, and improve and store improved grains for the feed mill and national food production. At Gomoa Memphis, he developed the animal husbandry, which provided a base for livestock farming. Nearby in Winneba, he built educational institutions, the Kwame A-Plus Geological Institute, today the South Campus of the University of Education, Winneba, to train minds and leaders for Ghana's future. He also left us with a specialist training college, now the North Campus of the University of Education, Winneba, and TVET centers to equip our people with practical skills. He even established the National Academy of Music, NAM, dedicated to teaching music and nurturing creative talents. Today, it serves as the central campus of the University of Education, Winneba. And yes, Nkrumah even proposed the deep sea port in our area to open up the central region as a gateway for trade and industry. These were not mere projects. They were pillars of a national dream. They remind us that our area has always been central to Ghana's story of development. Today, it is our turn to continue that vision. And this is why we are building the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone, a modern hub that will revive Nkrumah's dream and position Ghana as a true economic powerhouse. The Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone covers more than 21,000 acres of secured, litigation-free land prepared not just for factories, but for industries, homes, logistics, and commerce. It will host a deep-sea industrial port at Gomoa Mankwaze, completing Nkrumah's unfinished vision to serve as a hub for West Africa, linking Africa's biggest industrial park, the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone, to Europe, America, and Asia with shorter trade routes. The zone is anchored by the visionary His Excellency John Mahama's 24-hour economy, ensuring round-the-clock productivity, jobs, and trade. It is designed under the framework of the Ghana Free Zones Authority, attracting investors to the right incentives and regulations to build industries for export. And it is strategically aligned with the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, headquartered right here in Ghana. The Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone will serve as a continental gateway where goods manufactured in Gomoa will flow seamlessly to markets across Africa's over 1.4 billion population. Within the zone, we are building for the future. Automobile assembly plants to reduce the import burden and create a thriving automotive hub, pharmaceutical and health industries to produce medicines and vaccines for Ghana and Africa, agro-processing factories to transform our maize, cassava, rice, coconut, etc. into produce for export, feeding the world while empowering our farmers. We have signed an MOU to build a 350 megawatt Gomoa solar power plant to guarantee clean, affordable energy for industries and communities within the zone. ICT and Innovation Hub to equip our youth with digital skills and opportunities for the modern economy. TVET centers that will equip young people with practical skills, empower them to take charge of the zone, manage it efficiently, and build a stronger future for Ghana. Tourism, residential, and commercial facilities to make Gomoa a destination where people can live, work, and thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not stand here as a politician seeking sympathy nor as a leader pointing fingers at history. I stand here as a son of Africa, proud, conscious, and determined to work hand in hand with our dear president in his just and noble fight for reparations. For the scars of slavery and colonialism are not mere wounds of the past. They are lessons written in blood and endurance that must shape our resolve to rise. Yet, even as we seek justice for yesterday, we must build hope for tomorrow. Every nation at one point experienced conquest, loss, oppression, and many more. What separates those who remain bound by history from those who shape destiny is the courage to rise above pain and chart a new path forward. The time has come for us as Africans to lift our gaze beyond the shadows of the past and fix our eyes on the promise of the future, a future of self-reliance, innovation, and unity. Let us transform our struggles into strength, our memory into motivation, and our history into a source of pride and power. Instead of complaining, let us draw inspiration from courageous explorers like Don Diego de Azambuja and Vasco da Gama, Europeans who first set foot on the Guinea coast. With nothing but their faith, their sails, and a simple compass, they crossed oceans that many fear to dream of. And I'm equally moved by the daring spirit of men like Diego Cao, the Portuguese navigator who first encountered the Congo River's mouth in 1482, and Henry Morton Stanley, the American journalist who led the expedition that traced the river from its upper reaches to its mouth from 1874 to 1877, a pivotal event in the mapping of the river. These were men who stared into the face of death on wild seas yet pressed forward, reminding us that true greatness is born not in comfort, but in the willingness to risk everything to develop your country and leave behind a legacy of hope and progress. They did what they had to do. I stand here as a warrior of destiny, a fortunate voice of a land chosen by God and history itself. Gomoa Central is not just another constituency. It is the beating heart of Ghana, the crossroads of West Africa's tomorrow, and the gateway to Africa's greatness. I have not come here to beg for grants. I have not come here to complain about colonialism. I have come with fire in my bones, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Osajefo Dr. Kwame A-Plus vision in my eyes, and the love for God and country in my heart. I come with arms wide open, not for handouts, but for hands joined together in partnership and cooperation. I come to declare that in the land of Gomoa lies opportunity, lies prosperity are waiting to be unlocked. Together, let us seize it, shape it, and share it with the world. We are building on the N1 highway, now being expanded from Kaswa to Takoradi. Thanks to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, by mid-next year, a journey from Kaswa to the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone will take less than 15 minutes. That means faster movement of people, faster movement of goods, and faster movement of opportunity. From here, we connect to Accra, Cape Coast, and Takoradi, linking directly to both of Ghana's mighty seaports. But we are not stopping in Ghana. Our zone sits right on the proposed 6-lane Lagos-Abidjan highway, the lifeline that will connect Abidjan, Accra, Lome, Cotonou, and Lagos. 5 capital cities, 75% of West Africa's trade, and Gomoa Central will be right at the center of it all. From here, we reach Kumasi and the Northern Belt with ease, linking farmers to factories and factories to ports. From here, we tie Ghana to the rest of Africa and Africa to the rest of the world. This is why I say Gomoa Central is the future. A proposed deep seaport, 2 existing seaports, easy access to 2 existing seaports, 5 capitals, 1 destiny. This is where industries will rise, businesses will flourish, and modern living will thrive. This is the bridge between Ghana and Africa's tomorrow. I stand here as a messenger of hope, echoing the dreams of Nkrumah and the cries of the Ghanaian people who are itching to witness the total transformation of Ghana into the Singapore of Africa, Africa's new business destination. Gomoa Central is the meeting point of history and destiny, where Nkrumah's dream of an industrialized Ghana embraces Mohammed's vision of a 24-hour economy to reset Ghana. With my eyes, I have seen the foundation His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is building. And in my heart, I feel that soon Ghana will rise. I feel that soon Ghana will be a place where no child will go to bed hungry, where food will be in abundance, farmers will prosper, our markets will overflow, and our lands will once again feed their people. I feel that soon Ghana will be a place where our roads will lead not just to places but to possibilities, connecting communities to opportunities, farmers to markets, and families to a better tomorrow. Let us not be paranoid, my people. This is 2025. The world does not hate Africa. The truth is, the world responds to vision, integrity, and purpose. We are going to build a Gomoa that will stand as a living proof that partnership, not pity, not handout, is what Africa truly needs. And that when we lead with honesty and courage, the world naturally responds with trust, cooperation, and shared prosperity. We are the generation our ancestors are waiting for. We will not fail Ghana, we will not fail Africa, we will not fail our investors, and we will not fail our development partners. Forward ever, backwards never, and Nkrumah never dies. Long live His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Long live the Right Honorable Speaker Alban Kingsford Sumana Babin. Long live Obrempoyan for Krampa. God bless our homeland Ghana and fill us with common sense, greatness, and strength. Thank you.
From the Gomoa Traditional Council, and it is to certify that by the authority of the Gomoa Ejumako Traditional Council and for the purpose of the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone, a parcel of land comprising approximately 21,000 acres, situated at Gomoa Central, has been allocated to the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone for the development of industrial, logistical, residential infrastructure in support of the National 24-Hour Economy Agenda. This allocation is presented today as a confirmation of intent to cooperate. Formal legal documentation, statutory consents, and registration with relevant land registries shall follow in accordance with national laws and customary procedures. Please don't ask me anything, it speaks for itself.
So the location is Gomoa Ejumako Traditional Area, allocated to the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone for industrial, logistics, residential development, and 24-hour economy operations. Gusitano, 24-hour is inside the something. Signed by the Paramount Chief of Brimpon Nyamfo Krampa, the 11th Gomoa Ejumako Traditional Council. There's also a signature of the elders and reps of the Traditional Council. And then, of course, the member
signature of the Chief Executive of the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone. Congratulations to you, Honorable Kwame Asari, or being popularly known as A+. This is amazing, isn't it?
So now that he has received the allocation, we're going to proceed to sign 5 very important memoranda of understanding.
Absolutely.
Now, the first one is with the anchor developer. What's the name?
So, Reliance is the anchor developer. They are represented by Sam Bannerman.
So, we'll call the MP and Kweku Benya to proceed to the signing table. So, Honorable Kwame A+ and Kweku Benya, please move. The documents are ready. These are very important MOUs to show intention to develop. And our anchor developer is Reliance, represented by Sam Bannerman. Where is Sam? Mr. Sam Bannerman, where are you?
Okay, that's Sam there.
In the project in various ways. And so you see a lot of them in the course of the months to come. So.
And Bernard, I have to say that I see the CEO of GIPC here. This is a very huge investment project. So the CEO of GIPC, thank you very much for joining us.
He's called Simon Maji. Where is he? Oh, Simon. Charlie, collect the funds.
Hey, you're acting like you're not here.
He's the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. We used to call him Big G. Big G. He's a big man. All right, so we are having the Reliance anchor developer sign the MOU.
And Bernard, whilst they're doing that, I also have to acknowledge the presence of Her Excellency Juliet Bynot Sutherland. She is Barbados High Commissioner to Ghana.
Let's put our hands together for her.
Where is she? I saw her. Okay, she probably got up. We also have veteran actor Fred Amugi. Can you please give us a wave? And we have the chairperson of the CPP, Nana Akosia Frimpoma Sapon Kumankuma.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much.
So whilst that MOU is being signed, I'd like to invite Sam Bannerman, who signed, to just come and give us a gist of what they intend to do. They are the main developer. I'm sure they'll do the infrastructure, the roads, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who's the next signatory for the next MOU?
So that's E-Wells. They're putting up a diaspora memorial park.
We are ready, and we've already parked some trucks there, and we are bringing more. That anyone who is ready, any moment, any time, we are ready to work, and we are working 24 hours. We have our quarry, we have brick machines, etc., and we are really ready. When you say we are ready, we are very ready. So please, just come. You don't have problems, because we are the developers. We have had an intensive discussions with the developers of...
Thank you very much.
Amazing stuff. Put your hands together for Hannah. Thank you very much indeed. So whilst 6th degree who are doing medical tourism signed the MOU, we have 2 more to go. Who is the next one?
We have Dr. Paul Mensah of GHEL of PK Young, but will be represented by Oko Sape Kwade.
No, there are 2.
And the good thing is that there's an app which will simplify everything. But let me quickly walk you through this. So the Gomoa Central Special Economic Zone covers approximately 21,000 acres of land. And you saw the video that just played. So it is strategically located near major highways linking Accra, Cape Coast, Takoradi, and the West Africa sub-region. Now, some of the problems that many people have faced when it comes to land acquisition and building, I mean, I don't need to state them, you know them, but the Honorable Member of Parliament says that he's going to give you 4 key points on why you should invest in this project. And that's because there's adequate security of tenure, there's simplified and transparent land allocation and acquisition process, there's hassle-free registration process, and there's real-time project infrastructure development visibility. What this means is that, and please stay with me, I need all of you to follow me on this. So, look, I'm going to start from the bottom. Real-time project infrastructure development visibility. What this means is that for whatever land that you buy, on the app, which I'll be demonstrating to you very shortly, you can get real-time updates on your project, be it the land, be it whether you have moved from the acquisition of the land to building, you get real-time updates on what you're doing. What the Honorable Member of Parliament is trying to tell you is that you don't need to live in Gomoa Central to acquire a land in this project. You can live in China, you can live in Dubai, you can live in America. In fact, you can live in Accra, wherever you're comfortable with. You can purchase a land and you can get real-time updates on your land. Also, there's hassle-free registration process. Look, you don't have to go to the land registration division. You don't have to do anything. What you do, which once again the app will demonstrate to you very shortly, is that once you get onto the app is going to show you the available lands. They're zoned. So the parts that are marked in red means that the lands are gone. And then there are zones that are marked yellow and green. You get to find out which of the lands are available. When you click on it and you are eligible and you pay for it, everything is done for you in terms of registration. And at the end of the day, you get to download your indenture and all the documents that you need to get your land. Because at the back end, there are lawyers and there are all the people that will help you make your land registration very smooth. And then, it is very transparent. Extremely transparent. You don't have to go through middlemen, you don't have to deal with guru boys, you don't have to deal with land guards, because he has made all of this very, very simplified. And then for the adequate security of tenure, you're not going to be on your land for someone to come tell you that it's about time you need to move off the land or you're sharing the land with someone else. So these are really the important reasons why you need to invest in our projects. I mean, when I say our project, it's our project, isn't it? So let's put our hands together for the Honorable Member of Parliament. So yeah, I run you through the security of tenure. The entire land is free from litigation. You have assurance. Can we move on to the next slide? And then the process, I told you. So you search, you select, you register, you review, and then you complete your transaction. And then finally, okay, I know that you see up there that it is fully digital, but here's the trick. So the Honorable Member of Parliament has got an office right in this hotel, the Movenpick, where you can go there and get to find out every detail about investing in the property there. And there's going to be an on-site office as well. So for those who cannot go to the office, who cannot go on-site, you can access this because it's digital and everything is on the app. You get to see it very shortly. Just give me a minute. And then he wants us to know that the portal integrates with the land information system. I told you that already. And it eliminates individual planning and the field surveys to the shared LI system. So everything is transparent, it is safe, it is secure. And at any point in time, if you even want to involve your lawyer, you can do that, or you can just call me. I'll help you through with it. All right, can we move on to the next slide? All right, so thank you very much. I think that you should put your hands together for me, don't you agree? But I'm going to show you in 2 minutes what the app looks like. So you get on your Google store, you download the app. It's very easy. It is extremely easy.
The digital platform that is transforming land acquisition in Ghana. Simple.